Hey guys, day trading recap for June 8th, 2022. Let's take a look at what we did today in the chat. So we started off the day with some SMG long. I like the fact that it was holding up on the bad guidance, and that's a play I've been going after a lot lately. I've just been seeing that pattern: bad guidance, relative strength, really good push. We grabbed that on the long side. We got that for about 4.5 points long to the upside. We also did the 110 calls for 100%, so that was a nice little trade there. We took Tesla long at 720, traded that all the way up towards the 750 level. We also had 800 calls on, which we sold for over 100%, which was nice. UPST, we took long 46.21. We traded for that one pop to the upside there, which was pretty good. We did some coin long, 71.53 out the gate this morning. We got that for about 1.5 to the upside. That was great. Roku long at 133. We got that for about 5 points and change to the upside. GME long 143.98. We traded that all the way up towards 148.46. We had our stops, our entries. We ended up getting stopped out the rest. Unfortunately, not getting up to the 153 level, but still a really good trade there. ZS, we took this at 169. It got a little bit of a pop into the 180s. It was an okay trade. It wasn't really anything. It was more like a scalp. ALK, we took this long today. We're holding this overnight. HTCR, this was a really good small cap trade. We took it at 166 on the flag break down here. And we traded that all the way up to the 320s and then basically got stopped out the rest of the money at the end of the day there when it did pull back. So pretty good trade there. Actually very good. Almost 100% trade on the small one. We had some coop short at 72.26. Got a decent little pull there in the 71.18 level. We covered that for a point. Had the rest stops at our entries. Got stopped out of that. AERC, we took this at 11.95, got the pop to 12.76. We sold half, put our stops at our entries, and we ended up getting stopped out the rest of that one. So not a bad little trade as well. And then what else we do? We did some Nvidia short. This ended up 188.85. We ended up actually getting out of this one. Flat. It just wasn't moving at the time. We should probably have held that a little bit longer, but that's okay. DLTR long at 161.67. Got a nice little pop on that for about 1.5 to the upside. Pretty decent trade. We tried some IMTE long at 381, and it kind of just fizzled out at the end of the day. We sold that for about a 6-cent loss, so that wasn't a big deal on the loss side. We had some SE long. We ended up losing about 50 cents on that. Then we got in long, and we got about 70 cents to the upside. So I guess it kind of evens out. Maybe walk away with a little bit more money on that one, but not a huge trade either way. And that's it for the equity side. So equity, we were really good, really high hit rate today, and the ones that we did lose on, it was nothing. So on the option side, we went very heavy into BABA today. We had 115 calls, 120 calls, 125 calls, 130 calls. Rolled them up the entire day. We got 718% on the 115s, 120s, 388%. The 125s and 130s we took a little bit later in the day, but they both ended up being over 100% trade. So I was very happy with that. We had the PDD 65 calls on for over 150%. That was a nice trade. The QTT 2.5 calls for 250%. Win 72 calls for 127%. We also have the 75 call lotto on as a ladder. Like I said, we had that Tesla on for over 100%. We had mRNA 150 calls overnight for 250%. And that's probably it for the highlights. We had a couple SPY calls and puts today for 50, 60, 70% here and there. I think the highest we got on our SPY calls intraday was like 90%. We tried some 103 puts and 102 puts on XOM. Those did not work. We had 105 calls on XOM that we had overnight that worked for a nice 150% on those. We tried some MU67 puts. We ended up selling these flat. We had our stops at our entries on them, and we just kind of just let it come back and stop us out. Didn't really do anything. 60 calls on NVX for about, I think it was 92% on those. Spot, we had the 125 calls on when it started to pop on that news, and we got a 92% move on that one, so not bad. And some of the stuff that didn't work, let me just go up, guys. Facebook roll, the 210s, 210 calls. That actually worked for about 40%, so that wasn't bad. We talked about PDD. We had Crisp. Oh, I forgot to actually talk about Crisp. Crisp, we grabbed the 80 calls for 15 cents. Those ended up going up 267%. That was a nice little trade there. BLNK, this one didn't work. We grabbed these. Actually, no, it did work. Sorry. The 18 calls at 30 cents. Let me just look at my past trade on it. Oh yeah, so that was almost 100% trade on that one, so not bad. XOM 107 call roll, that one did not work. We tried some Walmart 121 puts, that did not work. And I believe that's really it. Yeah, I mean, we had a pretty high hit rate, guys, on the options and equity side, considering how choppy it was. There's a few lottos that we took overnight that we're holding, but other than that, not bad. EDU, we had that for 50% on the upside. Neo, we swung that lotto. Probably won't work, but we'll see what happens. I mean, it's got earnings tomorrow. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Oh, there's I was kind of looking for one more, guys. We had Square 90 calls, which worked for about 40%, and then we had AMD 110 calls, which didn't work today on those. And that was it pretty much. MOS 30%, UPST roll that failed, but it was a roll, so no risk on it. But yeah, other than that, guys, pretty decent day. Oh, last one was 55 calls on Pfizer. I just was going through them all, guys, and those ended up not working. We ended up getting it a little bit too late. But other than that, really good day. Options and equity side, considering how choppy the market was, I think we navigated it extremely well. We went after the relative strength very quickly. We found it. We traded it well. And yeah, we'll see what tomorrow brings, guys. Market's holding up okay. Watch the VIX 2488 is the key level. If you guys have any questions, you go to SpartanTrading.com, sign up. If you want to pop into the chat, you get access to all the alerts, which includes entries, exits, price targets, full guidance on whatever we're trading. I'm on screen share and audio the entire day, talking to people, answering literally every single question that gets asked in chat. I spend time with you guys after hours. Whatever you need, I'll do it to help you guys, as well as all the resources. If you want to pop into our free Discord, it does have a bunch of free resources in that as well. So that link is in the bio. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you tomorrow, and enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one.